What's up, addicts? Welcome to the Fantasy Addiction Network. In this video, we're going to be breaking down AJ Green, wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, giving you guys an outlook and an expectation of what we think will happen in fantasy for AJ Green. But before we get any further, if you guys are interested in videos like this for all the fantasy relevant players, make sure you check us out. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content like this, and also check out our website for a full list of rankings. We'll be updating those all the way up until the season starts. Check us out at fantasyaddictionnetwork.com, and let's get into the video. So we don't have any 2019 stats to look at. And in 2018, this was a year that AJ Green missed about the half of the season, missing 7 games. So it has been a while since we've seen AJ Green, and the question still remains: is AJ Green done? I mean, he's going to be 32 heading into the 2020 season, so there's a lot of receivers of his archetype that have fallen off and really just completely become washed at this point in their career. So the range of outcomes for AJ Green is ridiculous. Trying to figure out what he's going to do is definitely difficult. However, having said that, the range of outcomes of a positive direction with Joe Burrow coming in, if AJ Green is healthy and has been able to spend this, past almost 2 years now since we've seen him play football, being able to stay healthy, stay in football shape. We're hearing nothing but positive reviews from Zach Taylor, from the beat reporters around Cincinnati, that AJ Green is going to have another good year. He carries so much upside. This is a guy that was, perennial top 2 rounds for many years in a row. Basically, the way that we're talking about AJ Green right now is probably how we'll be talking about Julio Jones the moment he has a down year. And people get really nervous around the time a player, gets past age 30 and it's been a while since they performed. Is this going to be a return to form season, or is this an Andre Johnson moment where he's just completely done? I am more on the side that I think this is a year that AJ Green can completely turn things around. And if he can stay healthy, I think that Joe Burrow is going to favor that type of veteran presence. I think AJ Green is going to really help acclimate Joe Burrow into the NFL. I mean, look, again, even from a statistical outpoint in 2018, obviously getting hurt in week 8 and week 13, like multiple times where he wasn't able to completely finish a game, but we had, sparks of AJ Green throughout this entire time. A couple of games below 10 points, but for the most part, keeping a really decent baseline there, about 13, 15 points, had one 25-point game. So even in that season where Andy Dalton was also still Andy Dalton, AJ Green was still putting out decent numbers. So the last time we saw him, he was still a wide receiver 2. Where he's going right now in drafts is not a wide receiver 2. He's either the best value or the biggest pitfall. But again, you can get him around like the 6th, 7th, sometimes 8th round, depending on who you're drafting with. And even if he ends up just going back to wide receiver 2 numbers, getting a wide receiver 2 that late in the draft is a steal. So we're pretty much in on AJ Green at his price tag right now. We'll see if it ends up going back up as we get closer. Once more people start getting into mock drafts, or if they remember the name AJ Green and start going back to him, could change his ADP some. But right now his ADP is definitely cheap enough for us to be in. In 2018, he had an average target distance of 13.6, which was 28th in the NFL. Dominator rating of 31.3%. Now, again, that was with Andy Dalton and with a different coach, so we'll see how things end up shaping out. Target share at 23.5%. We were just talking in the Tyler Boyd video. Tyler Boyd had over 30% target share, so if AJ Green is healthy, that is definitely going to eat into Tyler Boyd's target share. And it's not like AJ Green needs as many targets to be as productive, just because he ends up making a lot more with his targets than Tyler Boyd does. End zone target share in 2018, he was 52%, which is number 2, even with only playing half the season. So ridiculous numbers in terms of the high profile fantasy plays that score a lot of points. I mean, I could definitely see a Cincinnati Bengals team that even if AJ Green only has, 60 receptions, he could come close to hitting 8, 9 touchdowns again. And I don't think anyone would ever be surprised by that. We don't have him going that high right now. We have him at 70 receptions, 985 receiving yards, and 7 total touchdowns, but that puts him at 210 fantasy points, which is really good, again, considering where you're drafting him. Upside ranking, though, we have him at a 4. We don't know if he's going to come anywhere near that upside, but it exists. I mean, again, this is a guy that was typically going in the second round in his prime. He's not in his prime anymore, but he arguably is the best quarterback of his career. So it's not that hard to find a narrative where AJ Green is a tremendous receiver again this year, and the price you're having to pay for him, even if he doesn't hit, it's probably not going to kill your draft. So if you're asking between AJ Green and Tyler Boyd, I'm going to go with the guy that has more upside. I think AJ Green's ADP is slightly above Tyler Boyd's right now, but they're pretty close to each other. I'd rather take AJ Green, go for the home run, and if you miss, hopefully you took enough home run shots in the next couple rounds that you hit on one of them. But if you hit on AJ Green in like the 8th round, that's insane. So we're in on AJ Green as it stands right now, and curious what you guys think. So hit me up in the comment section. I feel like AJ Green is probably going to want to be one of the more hotly debated and discussed wide receivers heading into 2020, just because his range of outcomes is just so wide. It could be anywhere from complete garbage to like wide receiver 6, and those are the kind of guys you should love taking late in your draft, even though they carry a ton of risk. That upside of potentially being able to be vintage AJ Green, playing with the most accurate quarterback of his career. I mean, if he ended up having like a 10, 12 touchdown season, no one would really be surprised. We're not projecting it because it's probably not likely, but it could happen. So love the upside of AJ Green, and really like his potential to help Joe Burrow become an amazing quarterback. I mean, they paid this guy a lot of money, so clearly the team still believes in AJ Green, franchise tagging him, meaning he's going to be one of the higher paid wide receivers heading into his year 32 season. So I don't know, guys. Hey, let me know what you think, but I'm in on AJ Green. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more videos like this where we go deeper into where we have these guys projected, hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this, and we'll see you guys in the next video.